The talk is the immune system and how important and what's the amazing function from our immune system and what's the best nutrition to support a strong immune system, and also why no junk food, why no vitamin supplies. And at the end, I'm going to talk about a little bit about the current hottest concern is the COVID and the vaccine. So the researchers have a lot of research. We find out the immune system related to over 90% diseases. So the immune system disorder, they cause over 90% diseases. So for example, when you have the weakened immune system, so the people, it's easy to catch the infection, like the flu, cold, and also other infections. And the people even easy to get the cardiovascular disease. So we know the heart disease is #1 killer in the world. And also recently, in the past year, we know more and more cancers is coming out. It's more than 100 types of cancers. So the people, it's when you have a very weakened immune system, it's very easy to catch cancer as well. Sometimes, and even every year, so I give you an example. For example, every year, the cold flu can kill millions of people. For example, the current pandemic, the global pandemic of the COVID-19 has killed over 2 million people every year. So what happened? This is the most because our immune system weakened on some people. Most of these people, the people who died due to the COVID, most people, they have an essential disease. So from here, we can see the immune system is really important for us to defend, to fighting the flu and also other diseases. Sometimes our immune system is not trained properly, so they can overreact and then turn to against the body's own cells. So this often causes autoimmune disease. So for example, rheumatoid arthritis, lupus, the type 1 diabetes, and also in the other case, the allergies. So many allergies are caused by the immune system overreacting. So what is the immune system? Why is it so important? So I want to bring you a short video. And then let's look at it together.
There are trillions of microorganisms lurking in the air, the water, the food we eat, and on the objects we touch. Our body has to constantly defend itself against the constant threats in the environment. Even the dust in the air could be dangerous to our bodies. However, danger not only comes from the environment, but also from within our bodies. Our bodies are constantly changing, constantly growing. Our cells grow old and die, and new cells replace them. Our bodies are constantly regenerating. As our cells are created, there is a chance that mistakes may be made, leading to unhealthy cells that do not function properly. Pollutants or other substances can damage the genetic material, the DNA within our cells, leading to cell mutations. This, in turn, can lead to cancerous cells, which can then lead to cancerous tumors. We go out into the world, we catch a cold, but we'll recover in a week without any medication. In spite of constant threats from toxins, microbes, and even our own cells turning into cancer, we manage to survive. This is because of our immune system. Our immune system is the best doctor we can ever have. Our immune system is a vastly complex network of organs, tissues, and cells that all work together to help destroy microorganisms, tumor cells, and toxins. Let's take a look at some of the organs that are part of our immune system. Our bone marrow creates many of the blood cells in our body, including our immune cells. Our thymus can be thought of as a training center for some of our immune cells. Like soldiers, our immune cells go there to learn specialized actions. Our tonsils are part of the first line of defense for invaders that come through our airways. Our lymph nodes are like garrisons for your soldiers. They also act as a filter or a trap for invaders. Our spleen is like an ammunitions factory. It produces antibodies while also acting as a specialized filter. Our immune system communicates throughout our body. When pathogens are detected, a message is sent out saying our body is under attack. Our immune cells, all the different soldiers, will rush to our defense. Let's look at some of our specialized immune cells. B cells produce the artillery, the antibodies, while working together with T cells. Phagocytes swallow and digest microbes and other foreign material. They also clean up the body by getting rid of dead cells and clearing away debris like pollutants. Natural killer cells defend us from cancerous cells in coordination with the products from other immune cells that cause cancer cells to die. Our immune system identifies threats, mounts attacks, eliminates pathogens, and remembers it for the next time. Our immune system is more complicated than any army in the world. It is so complicated, we still don't know what all of its functions are. Medication will never compensate for a weak immune system. We do not have the technology to replace our immune system with the use of drugs. In the modern world today, many illnesses are caused by a compromised immune system. If our immune system is weak, we get sick. For example, someone healthy might not get sick from a virus, but someone with a weak immune system could die from a simple infection. A weak immune system also can't kill cancer cells, and so the cancer will spread. Many diseases also occur when our immune system malfunctions. For example, allergies occur when our immune system attacks something harmless, like flower pollen causing hay fever. Autoimmune diseases develop when our immune system mistakenly attacks our body's own healthy cells. Examples of autoimmune diseases include lupus, rheumatoid arthritis, psoriasis, and type 1 diabetes. If we can take care of our immune system through our developing the right lifestyle, healthy diet, sufficient exercise, and proper rest. This is the core of nutritional immunology, the relationship between nutrition and the immune system. Nothing in the world can replace our immune system. Our immune system is our best defense and our best doctor.
Okay, so, well, we have amazing, the best doctor in our body. God already gave to us when we were born. So, in conclusion, the major function of the immune system is defending, monitoring, cleansing, and repairing. Defending, like say, our immune cells can protect us from attacking of the pathogens, the virus, bacteria. The monitoring, I'm going to tell you the details. For example, our immune cells can help us to monitor the cancer cells and to attack them, to kill them. The cleansing is important as well. Our body have garbage bin. we call it a macrophage. It's a very special type of the immune cells. We do the work 24 hours, 7 days. We clean our dead cells and also help the garbage get out from the body. The repairing function is amazing as well. So, for example, everyone experiences very mild, let's say the injury like a paper cut, but we don't need to put the medicine. It's after a couple of days, the cut part is healed, right? It's repaired. So those job is did by our immune system. So it's a very amazing piece of the work in our body God already gives us. So the best doctor is over there. Okay, so first of all, let's go to look at the cancer. What is the cancer? Cancer is a very scary word for us because it's not only most cancer can cause the people suffer from the sickness or the treatment, and also many type of cancer are still not curable. So many people died in cancer. For the cancer, it's already become the second leading cause of the death in the world. So every year, more than 7 million deaths. And every 30 seconds, one person is diagnosed with cancer. Every 50 seconds, one death of cancer. About 1 in 6 deaths is due to cancer. So you can see it's a very scary disease. So let's just take a look what cancer cells do. Why it's such scary? Because here I prepare a comparison between the normal cells and the cancer cells. Okay, so in all types of the cancers, some of the body cancer, some body cells, it begins to divide it without stopping and spread into surrounding tissues. So this is how the cancer cells start. They start from the normal body cells, and then with the damage or something, injury or something else, they mutated. They become abnormal, and then they do their own way. So normal cells, usually, they have their essential role, the essential body function. They play a role in the body function. They stay where they're supposed to be. And also normally, the normal cells, they grow and divide it to form the new cells as the body needed. When body needs them, they grow, they form the new one. When the cells grow older or become damaged, so they die. The new cells will replace the old or died cells. This is the normal cells. But in the cancer cells, it's different. So the cancer cells, if they don't do the job they're supposed to do, and they can cause the harm, they can disturb the other cells and interfere the body function by mixing up with the other cells' job. For example, so the lung cell, normal lung cells, they can help to absorb the oxygen, okay? But the lung cancer cells, they don't help the oxygen absorption. And then they can interact the normal lung cells to perform the normal function. So this is what cancer cells do. So the cancer cells, they can also spread into the nearby tissue. Some cancer cells, they can break off and travel to the distant place in the body through the blood circulation, through the lymphatic system to form the new tumor far from the original tumor. This is what we call metastasis. So, and also when the cancer develops, the cells become more and more abnormal, which can cause the therapy, the failed. For example, when the cancer, they become abnormal and then they mutate it again to another way. So the chemotherapy they designed for the previous cancer cells, they don't work anymore. So the doctor has to change the chemotherapy. The patient has to suffer more and also have a more danger. The old or damage the cancer cells, they survive when they're supposed to die. So normal cells, when they get old or damaged, they die. And they're replaced by the new normal cells. But the cancer cells, they don't die. And then the new cancer cells, they form, they keep growing without control. And then they just form the tumor. We call the tumor the big mass of the cancer cells. This is the tumor. Okay, so this is how the cancer cells form, cancer forms. And okay, but don't be scared, don't be panicked, because it's not easy to get cancer. Why? We learned from the video that our immune system have they're doing an amazing job. So they do have a I call this immune system is army in our body, and then there's a lot of soldiers like nature killer cells, like and other immune cells. So they play different roles. Like soldiers, they work for our body, and then they can make the antibodies to protect the virus. And so they have a different. They are trained and designed for different jobs. They have a memory as well. So for example, here, the picture, you can see the yellow, very tiny cells, that is a nature killer cell. This nature killer, like a bullet, it's very strong. Even though they are compared to the cancer cells, you see that around the big cells is cancer cells. They're tiny, but they are very powerful. So their job is to monitoring the abnormal cells, these cancer cells in our body. Once they found them, they attach them. And then they release a special chemicals. Normally it's enzyme. And then with this chemicals, they can destroy the cancer cells. This is what we call kiss of death. Okay, so our body can give the kiss of death to protect us from the cancer cells. And also the cancer normally is caused by multiple factors. It's not only one. Usually the cancer, and also they take time to develop. Most cancer take years to develop before they were being detected. Genetic defects, they may increase the risk of cancer, but it's only 5 to 10%. The rest is we have a chance to protect ourselves, to boost up our immune system to protect us. And today I will focus on the nutrition, because I think the food is our daily need. And I think in the other talk they are going to talk about the exercise and also the mental health. And so all together, we put all this together, we can build up a strong immune system. Okay, so what's the best nutrition for a strong immune system? The people will say, oh yeah, when I buy some food, I always look at I'm very careful on the list of the nutrition facts list. So the nutrition fact is, I just checked today again. I just want to make sure what they write down. I found out what they have. They have first fat, cholesterol, the value of the fat, cholesterol, and the sugar, and calcium. This is a major. So they will tell you 0 or 1%, 10%, whatever. So this is a traditional protein as well. And today I want to tell you the best nutrition for a good immune system. It have 3 categories: phytochemicals, antioxidants, and polysaccharides. So what is the phytochemicals? Some people were scared, oh, chemicals. No. So this is the nutrients from the plant. The nutrients from plants we call phytochemicals. How many types? I don't know. It's millions, tons, because you can imagine, look at the picture, it's only some of this vegetable fruit. So every single different vegetable, different color, different form, different flavor, different smell. So they contain different kind of nutrition. All these nutrients is to help our body, to protect our body, provide the good sources to our health. some people say, oh, you know what, the tomato before it's really tasty, now it's less tasty. Yeah, that's true. It's something, it's not going well because we use the chemicals or use some factors, but they still contain some nutrients. Just eat more. We need more fruit, vegetable fruit than before because the process, the procedure of they grow is different from in the past time, right? Antioxidants is very well known and studied for many years as well. Many people know vitamins. Oh yeah, vitamins is a very strong antioxidant. The antioxidants is they can and also they can provide the good function, and they can neutralize the free radicals and also against the cancers, other diseases, and also slow aging. And polysaccharides. So this word is not very, we are familiar because we can find a lot of polysaccharides in the plant food. But today I want to focus on some specific polysaccharides which have a very strong effect for to help us to get rid of from cancer, prevent and treat cancer. Okay. And next slide. So what is a polysaccharide? And polysaccharide is the type of the thing. It's a poly chain. It's a type of the carbohydrate. But some specific polysaccharides, they have very specific function in fighting cancer, because they can improve the immune system function, they can improve the activity of the immune cells. They do have antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, anti-inflammation effect, and anti-cancer, anti-diabetic, so many, you can read it. So where we can find the best polysaccharides? In mushroom. The mushroom contains most abundant and the purest polysaccharide. Okay, you will say, oh, there's so many mushrooms in the world. It's already known more than 10,000 type of the mushrooms, but not all of them we can eat. Many of them, most of them is poisonous, so we have to be very careful. So today I will introduce you some very special mushrooms which you can find in the supermarket, and also, but you may find them easily, but you may not know they have a very powerful effect to prevent cancer and even to treat many types of cancers. For example, the ABM mushroom is a Brazilian mushroom as well, we call them. So this is we can find in São Paulo in Brazil. Years ago, the Japanese scientists they just find out that area, São Paulo area, they do have a very few people get cancer. And then they just study their diet. They found out they eat a lot of mushrooms, eat a lot of ABM mushrooms. And then they brought this mushroom back to the lab to study. They found out they have a very strong anti-cancer effect because they can increase the immune cells, like the T cells, and they can strengthen the cancer defense mechanism. And also they have an antivirus ability. They can just block the virus to enter our body, reduce the ability for the virus to enter our body. So now we should eat more, okay? When the pandemic is still on. Anti-aging. So many people use this to prevent the aging. Maitake mushroom. There's another very important mushroom. So with a lot of study, it shows this mushroom, maitake mushroom, they can improve the chemotherapy effect. So some studies showing the with and without with the maitake mushroom, the people who enter the chemotherapy, they have two groups. One is with the maitake mushroom, another group is without. So at the end, the chemotherapy, they found out the group with the mushroom, maitake mushroom, the effect doubled to the group without the mushroom. So you can see. So this mushroom is very effective in the therapy and the prevention of the mushroom. And also they have other benefits for the infections and also the blood pressure, diabetes, and the anti-cancer. So the last one is shiitake mushroom. I want to introduce, because this is at home I always have some shiitake mushroom, and also very easy to find in the Chinese superstore and the grocery store. They can enhance the activity of immune cells. So the components, the lantanin, is very it's very strong anti-cancer drug. It's already approved in Japan. They also have antivirus effect. Okay, so what else can help to prevent the cancer? Eat more fiber. Eat more fiber. Many people know the fibers have a very good benefit against many cancers, like breast cancer, ovarian cancer. So people may ask, how much fibers we need to take every day? So the scientists recommended the daily intake of fiber is 30 grams. 30 grams. So, but most people today, we consume is like 15 grams or less, especially in North America. The diet with the meat and potato, so the fiber intake is very low. You may ask me, so 30 grams a day, how much vegetable fruit I have to take? I give you a simple example. One apple contains 2.8 grams fibers, okay? So this is with the skin. But most times we just remove the skin. We need to eat the apple without skin. The without skin, only 2 grams. So how many apples we need? At least 10 apples. You will say, before the people say, okay, 1 apple a day, doctor away. But in old time, we eat a lot of plants, vegetables, the other fruit, right? So now again, we have to bag. So you can eat 1 or 2 apples a day, but you need to add a lot of other vegetable and fruit to make this 30 grams a day, and then to keep our body clean and healthy. So you may say, okay, how do I know I don't have enough fiber? Things I eat a lot, but when you have constantly constipation, or you're struggling with a lot weight, the weight loss, and also you have the blood sugar up and down, not stable, or feel tired easily, or you always have some issue with the cholesterol, or you have trouble sleeping. All these troubles it's telling you, okay, you may need to add more fibers in your diet because there's something wrong, okay? Okay, so what food contain rich fibers? So most of the plant food, okay, yeah, I give you some example because there's so many. Most of the plant-based plant food contain the high rich of fiber, but they are variable. Some contain more, some less. So here is some example for you. The barley grass, oat fiber, rye. For example, when you make your smoothie, or you go to the booster juice, some store they make the smoothie. You can find this plant easily. Ask them to put this barley grass to make your smoothie rich of the fiber, not only sweetness, not only the fruit. Okay, and in your the breakfast, you can add oatmeal to reach your fiber intake. And also when you go to shop the bread to the bakery, so you get the bread with the rye instead of the white bread. Okay, so this is very simple. It's easy to find. what else you need to know to prevent the cancer and also even help to maintain a good immune system? So don't eat the moldy food, okay? So because the moldy food contains a mycotoxin, which can cause cancer, can, affect your body to make the cells, become abnormal. And also eat less red meat. The red meat, it's yummy, it's good, but they increase the risk of certain cancers, like stomach cancer, breast cancer, because they contain special acid, which this acid can cause inflammation easily and lower your immune system function. So try to reduce it, okay? Okay, now we move to the obesity. So the obesity, why I'm talking about the obesity, because this is related to the cancer as well. So more than, how to say, so a lot of studies showing the obesity contributes to the cancer death. So now the number is reached in 1 in 5. Okay, so 1 in 5 people, they died of cancer because this is related to the obesity. Longer a person is overweight, the higher the risk. And also obesity increase the risk of the heart disease and the diabetes. So how much? It's a 4 times. If you are obese, so you have a 4 times higher chance to get this heart disease and diabetes. And also they increase the dying from the COVID-19. So recent study showing the obesity people have a risk higher up to 48%. Because, and also the obesity people, they are not responding very well to the vaccine against the virus. You may ask, how do I know I'm overweight or obesity? It's very simple. Stand straightly, look your feet. If you cannot see your feet, it means you're overweight. Okay, you can stand up now. You can later test it. If you're on the you don't see your feet easily, do a good diet. What diet do you need? We need healthy weight management. So what is a healthy weight management? First of all, we have to do the exercise regularly. You don't need to attend a long time, extremely exercise, but you need to keep regular exercise, moderated exercise. Especially for the senior people, you don't need to do a lot of time and very, so you're really mild and moderated is good for your health. Let's say minimum 20, 30 minutes a day, walking or do some gymnastics or whatever you feel comfortable, okay? No limited. And the diet rich of the fiber can help digestion and reduce intaking of unhealthy food. Okay, this is a good plan for your diet. Vegetable and fruit. So we need to pay attention on the variety. Okay, so variety is very important. As I said, we can get many types of nutrients from the vegetable and the fruit. So try at least 10 types of fruit and vegetables a day. Okay, look around in your fridge and the kitchen. Try to, get a variety, fruit, vegetables. And the protein and also very important. They keep us to feel full longer, right? And but I would suggest you look at the protein from the plant sources, because animal sources protein have too much fat, cholesterol, and also animal hormones. Especially today, the animal they grow with the hormones, so they can get ready in very short time. So we have to be very careful. So let's try the plant sources, the protein. So for example, soybean. Soybean is in China. In Japan, we use very common in our daily diet. So what the benefits of soybean? Soybean is the best sources of protein. They contain double the amount of protein in the meat, triple of that of egg, 12 times of the milk, cow milk. I know the cow milk today contains less protein and the nutrients. So soybean is really good sources. And also they contain a wider variety of nutrients like a folate, vitamins, large amount of calcium, magnesium, iron, and fiber. And also many studies showing the soya, the wholesome soya, with the daily, intake of the soya, we can reduce the risk of the heart disease. I'm talking about the wholesome soya. It's different from soya protein, or we call soya protein powder. I know there's a lot of people taking the protein powder. It's not the same thing. The wholesome soya, you see, apart they are rich of the protein, they contain a lot of a variety of other nutrients. They work together. They give our body a balanced nutrition. But if you take only the powder, they contain only the protein from soya. They're missing all the other nutrients which soya can offer. Okay, so stick with the whole bean, soya milk, and the formaggio di soya, a tofu in Chinese, and many products with the soya. And for the obesity or the weight management, you don't need to avoid carbohydrates. Okay, I know many people, they avoid carbohydrate to lose weight, but it's not a smart way. And actually it's very dangerous because we have a lot of healthy carbs. If we don't take them, our body will lack of many nutrients. And also some studies showing the low carbohydrate diet may increase the risk of many diseases. Cardiovascular disease is the number one killer. So it's a 51%. If you have a low carbohydrate, you have a much higher chance with stroke and the cancer. So don't avoid the carb, but you need to choose the good carb, okay, from the plant-based food. Okay, so I made a chart for you, but this is just an example. This is something example how to choose the food for a balanced diet. A part of eating mushroom, fibers, protein, you also need to look at the calories from the food. Okay, so you say, okay, the pizza is from plants made from flowers, but you see how much topping on the top. You see the calories how high, and also in today's life, we don't have much chance to consume this high calories. For example, if you eat one large portion of the fries from the McDonald's, it's around 500 calories. You have to walk over 9 kilometers, which is over 10,000 steps to consume these calories. If you don't work in this much, don't work out this much, you just every day accumulate. So I think you don't want to keep all these calories, the sugar or fat, which can cause a health concern, right? So from this chart, we can decide. Many times the people ask me, what is a healthy food? What is the junk food? What's the difference between them? So for me, yummy food, processed food, they're junk food. If they taste really, really tasty, it's probably like the cookies, so this is the junk food because they contain the high calories, which the plant-based food, they taste a little bit less, but they contain low calories, more fibers, and those are other nutrients from the food. The meat, the fish is good, but we have to control the portion, okay? So here the chart is just telling you how to choose, how to balance your diet. Okay, your diet makes a difference. That's true. The diet really makes a difference because when we focus on the fiber-rich the food, we can help us to manage our weight, the healthy weight, and then to prevent many diseases. So when you eat the protein with the carbohydrate together, because the combination can help you to feel fuller longer and reduce the intake of junk food. This is a strategy, okay? Because otherwise you eat separately, you feel hungry easily, and then you take some, snacks, chips. This is a not good plan, not good way. And also we needed to incorporate the fruits and the no starchy vegetables at every meal, because the vegetable fruits are rich in fiber and have a minimal impact on, so they contain less sugar, less calories. So, and also, for example, focus on the fruit which have a seed. For example, the grape contain the seeds. The grape seed is amazing nutrition for a lot of our health. And such berries, we eat more berries because the berries contain rich of the antioxidants. So this food vegetable contain really rich in the fiber. Then it's the make your best nutrition diet, right? The next, we're going to talk about balance. Okay, so where we can find the balanced nutrition? Where it comes from? The balanced nutrition always from wholesome food. Actually, another word is balanced nutrition will come from the God-made food. God-made food, not the man-made food. Here, I will show you two categories, because some people think, okay, I'm going to take, especially the young people, they don't have time to cook, they don't need to cook, they don't want to cook, they are busy, so they take vitamin pills, vitamin A, B, C, D, E, F, whatever. But just remember, this is man-made, never, ever same as the God-made food. Because the wholesome foods, they rich of the vitamins, minerals, carbohydrates, and also they have a lot of nutrients can help our immune system. The combination of the nutrients is very easy to absorb. They don't have a limited of the quantity to consume. You can eat 3 oranges without a problem. 4 carrots a day, no problem. But if you eat more than 1 or 2 vitamin C or D or A, the pills every day, they may create some problem. And also, most of these extracted supplements is not recommended for the children. 1 second. Okay, sorry, 1 second. I'm just need some water. I was in the meeting. I was in the meeting from this morning, 8 o'clock. So the whole day meeting. This is my last meeting of the day. Okay, so multivitamins do not prevent disease. Some study showing, so the long-term study is very important. Many people say, oh, I don't see any study effect after I take the medicine, after I take the vitamins. Of course, I ask how long you take? Oh, 3 months or 6 months. It's too short to see the chronic study effect. Okay, so the chronic damage, it takes longer to show. We don't want to do the test on our body to see this is a work or not. So some scientists, they collect the data over 12 years on over 2 million people, and then they found out these multiple vitamins, they don't prevent. They don't have the effect as the commercial. They are saying, okay, they can prevent heart attack, stroke, or some other disease. No, they don't do this work. Actually, in US, they found out every year more than 23,000 people, they sent to the emergency due to the supplements, because they take too much supplements. So, and also many studies shows the vitamins can cause the kidney stone, like the vitamin C, if they high dosage long term, they can cause the kidney stone. Vitamin A, they can increase the risk of the osteoporosis, and also cause the malformation of the fetal, the baby. And that's why I'm saying, so the pregnant woman has to be very careful with vitamin A. You cannot take more than one, okay? You can eat 2 or 3 carrots. So one vitamin A pill is equal with the 1 carrot. You can eat more carrots, but you cannot take the more than 1 pill of the vitamin A. So vitamin D can increase the risk of the heart disease, and also many vitamins can interact, interact the effect of the drugs, many drugs. So we have to be careful of this supplement. Okay, so a healthy immune system may save our life during the pandemic. Let's move to the pandemic, because this is a this is the biggest concern. It's the biggest concern since last January. So this is more than 1 year. The COVID virus already ravaged the whole world. We're all experiencing a special time and facing an incredible challenge. So the world has been struggling to fight this pandemic. The life on the world, on this the earth is deeply affected. So the number of infected cases, you can see the number. I'm not going to repeat the numbers. So this number change every day. So the infected case and the death is really terrifying and tragic. But however, you can see the last number, the green numbers, okay? So most infected case survived and recovered. So what that means? It means because these people, they don't have a medicine to treat against the virus. They can treat the symptoms, but no virus. No medicine to treat the virus yet. It means we have the immune system is playing very important role to fighting this COVID-19. So although the outbreak is still on, but with the vaccine process in Canada and all over the world, it will be a great contribution to sweep end to the pandemic. So the hope is in sight, okay? So we see the hope. It's the WHO, the World Health Organization. They recommended 4 steps to beat the COVID-19. Very similar to what we are talking about today. First of all, eat healthy diet. Eat a healthy diet. Avoid alcohol, avoid tobacco. So these 2 I didn't mention, but most people, we know this is a really bad habit. So we try to avoid it. And also being physically active. So this is, I think last talk already, we talk about how to do the exercise, how to maintain activity in our daily life. Okay, sorry, just let me. Okay. How does the vaccine work? Okay, this is a very common question I was asked since January 2021, since the vaccines come to the, to the market. So after you get vaccinated, the vaccine enter your body cells and stimulates the immune system to start producing antibodies, which can against the COVID virus protein, as well as we can activate the immune cells, the T cells, to destroy the infected cells. So this is the general process. Okay, so once we have produced in our body with the vaccine, because this vaccine we were receiving now, it doesn't contain the live virus. It's just an mRNA. It's very similar. It's a piece of the the sequencing from this vaccine, and then we take it our body. So our body can recognize the immune cells can recognize and then can produce the antibody. So once this antibody produced, So they will remain in our body. Okay, so they remain our body over time. And if we come in contact with the real virus later on, so your body already have been trained and have the antibody required to recognize and fight this virus. So you won't have a severe symptom and to get sick. So overall, in order for us to improve our body's response to the COVID vaccine, we must have a very strong immune system. Because you heard some senior people, they need a high dosage, multiple dosage. It's different because their immune system, some of them immune system is weakened. They cannot respond very well. They need more to produce enough antibody to fight the virus. Okay, so a strong immune system is important. Vaccine protects us, but you need a good immune system to collaborate with the vaccine. Okay, a strong immune system will improve your body's response to the COVID vaccine. Okay, all right. So now I want to talk about, after all, there are some risk factors you should watch and avoid. So what are they? Being overweight, especially at the waist, okay? A couch potato lifestyle during the pandemic, during the lockdown, so many people, watch TV, eat, okay, here, there. And try to avoid the smoking, try to avoid drinking, eat lots of, try to avoid the processed meat because they are high fat and contain a lot of fat and sweet. And so we already entered the Lent for a few weeks, but never late to get things to give up for Lent. Okay, so we can pick some from here to give up. Okay, so the message to take home: a healthy lifestyle will help you to boost up your immune system. The healthy diet habit, we already mentioned, eat more mushrooms, fibers, wholesome soy,